They'll lift it to center. Now Kirill Marchenko scores!
Through the screen of Mike Matheson, Sam Montevo can't catch up to it. Matheson tries to go stick on puck. It's an elevated.
Werenski to the front for Ronkov, just couldn't finish. Back to Marchenko, he scores! Kirill Marchenko! Perrier shields the puck, got it to Monahan, all the way over, score! Marchenko ties the game!
Right across to Marchenko, who's just waiting. And there it's a quick flick. And top shelf on fellow countryman Kochenkov. Beautiful shot right off the post. A little more blood.
Here's Monahan, Marchenko, he scores!
Waited for the passing lane to open up, and as Marchenko was in a perfect position, it looks like that goes off of maybe Riley's stick.
Shot kicked out off a deflection by Gibson from Provorov. Marchenko finds it and scores! Of the year for Kirill Marchenko. He's the leading scorer for the Jackets coming into tonight's game. And now it just...
Kept in the zone, a steal by Marchenko. Marchenko drag shoots, he scores! Marchenko!
Here's the play across the zone. And as Marchenko chips it, see how he's checking around, no one around him, he can hardly believe it. And Levi, same spot, over the pads, below that one off.
Taking a spill on the ice, Stamkos, here's a shot, score! Marchenko!
Forehand, and just absolutely rips it, and Columbus right here is able to make a play. He's wide open in the middle of the ice. As you saw, Stamkos loses his foot.
Werenski has got it. Marchenko cuts in, scores! Kirill Marchenko.
Monahan has it behind the goal. Sean Monahan looks in front, Marchenko shoots, he scores! He's going to take it. That allows Kirill Marchenko to find the passing lane. How about him? Collects that.
Only one in the game. It was cashed in by the Jackets. They get it again, though. Marchenko to the corner. Give it go. And he scores. And they are not likely to play on this road trip. Nashville is on to Dallas to complete the trip. And Nashville can't get it out of the zone. Justin Barron had some trouble. Monahan with it. Drops it off. Great save by Saros. Werenski makes his presence known in the early part of the first period. He's got it again. Down low. Another wide open shot. And Nashville can't clear. One-timer. Score! And it's hat-trick time. Marchenko.
Shot. He's got, you got one guy on top of him. You got to mark up and,
He's got a goal, 2 shots right off the post. Opportunity to Smith.
Jackets changing, fresh on Marchenko, steps around a couple pens. Kirill Marchenko shot off the post. What a release.
5 points in his last 3 games. Now dishes it. Marchenko brings it across the top, turns, fires, and scores.
That's exactly right. That's how you give a team like this momentum.
Marchenko the drop. Here's Provorov. All the way through. Marchenko's shot scores. Kirill Marchenko blasts it.
4 goals in his last 7 games. Nice work, Marchenko, and here he is. He is gone. Breakaway, Marchenko, he scores!
defensive zone, and then they get a big save from their goaltender. A timely save there for Harrison.
We've talked about the need for those timely saves. Marchenko shot the save, made. Rebound, fires fan on it. And now look out, Provorov, a pass into the slot. Man down, and now they score. Marchenko.
Getting it back to neutral territory. Winning the battle, Danforth over Marchenko, cutting on into the net, and he's robbed by it.
Off by Beauvillier, or Jenner had some skating room. Here's Marchenko with a nifty move. And that's off.
And the forecheck by Drury, right to the tape of Marchenko. Stick handles in, Marchenko to the slot, and he shoots it wide.
Jet Greaves.
Here comes Kirill Marchenko, cutting back, he fires, pack saved by Allen.
What's happening where the puck's going? He's over there.
Here comes Marchenko, backhand strike, shut down by Allen.
Dylan Larkin, Adam Fantilli. The opening face-off controlled by Columbus in blue. The lineups are...
Ronkov will set it up for the oncoming Marchenko, the Jackets' leading scorer. He'll knife his way in, sends him, and the puck to Kastelik. Fought Matthew Olivier in the first, gave it away, into the slot, Marchenko shoots, and he missed the target. Swayman may have gotten a piece of that.
Columbus has not scored the first goal very often in the last month, just twice in the last 14. Maybe a chance here as it's centered in front. Marchenko stopped by
Werenski 69 points on the year for Werenski. That's a new career high. And the most ever by a...
Fantilli, Kent Johnson, Voronkov, Marchenko, Werenski stepping. Kirill Marchenko, here he is! And that's kept out somehow by... Same thing with Keegan Kolazar, Pavel Dorofeev. Doing really good years for the Golden Knights. Same thing with this.
Right circle and a blocker save. Onger gloving in. Marchenko laid it back in front. Onger got a...
Johnson, and now Kirill Marchenko comes in, still has it, pulls the trigger. Kept in, though, by Columbus. Now they work it from the wing. Marchenko, and he hit the outside of the post.
Johnson dances in. Look to flick it across. Block. Fowler couldn't clear. Lots of Marchenko to the net. Great save by Left. Lunging. He keeps it out. Counterattack Columbus. Marchenko passing the slide. He gets it back. Leans in. Backhander. He's been so good at this. The entries. This time he dropped it off. Marchenko dances in. Rips it on goal.
Sent it out in front. He tied a career high with 4 assists last night. He was dominant. Marchenko shoots short side.
Shootout victory at Nationwide back on November 23rd. Winding up is Marchenko. Holding, shooting, stop, rebound. Marchenko, can he tuck it home? And
Veronka to Marchenko. And out of the point, Werenski all the way across. Johnson back across Marchenko. And that one didn't get all of it. Then we're off the side of the net. Now Monahan back out.
Susie and Hughes on defense. Susie. Marchenko gets around the net now. Puts one to...
by Monahan. Now comes to Marchenko. Marchenko closing in. His shot is denied by Wolf. Really missed him last year. They lost to the Florida Panthers in the first round in 5 games.
He's so good for Vasilevsky.
Right into the mix. There's Marchenko. Knocked to Werenski. Already with 3 points tonight. He dangles. Spins it over to Marchenko. Cuts and shoots. They've made rebound. Rattles around in front. Right around the wall to Fabro. Chopped up the far side to Monahan. Back down to Marchenko. Walks a wrap around. Denied.
Pretty simple plays, but I like his speed, his killing penalties, and here he's on the board.
Now mostly known for his defense and the PK and so forth. Did score 10 goals a couple of years ago with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Here comes Monahan. Now closing in is Marchenko. Whirling past Cheetah. Play goal against in their last 5 games. Kent Johnson remaining on. Here's Marchenko. Marchenko shooting. Then Voronkov. Bank pass for Fabro. Quick shot. Tip loose in from Marchenko. How did it not go?
The goaltender gonna lay off.
There's a shot. Tipped in.
By Monahan. Monahan to Marchenko. Marchenko with the pivot, guarded by Osterley. Now he's got some separation. Marchenko to the goal, and that's shut down.
Chinnikov at the goal line. Marchenko shoots. Tried the short side, but he
Stands how long he is. You know, he's got that long stick, but he's in good position. And makes nice plays out of the zone.
Nice cutback. Marchenko, a wrist shot.
Columbus back to work on the power play. Good deflection there by the reach of McCarron. Here's Chinnikov, another good young talent.
Wood to that line. Held in momentarily. That's going to work for Marchenko. Here he is. Glove save. Casey Middlestad. Just step up by Severson. Marchenko with the shot. It's loose. And score.
A big rebound from Melka. And they score. And it goes go around the net front as he's able to just swat at it with his backhand. And it goes off the under.
For his first shot on net. Be a good night to do it.
Racing after the loose puck is Monahan. He will slam on the break. Voronkov with a shot that was deflected. Back in front off of Kachetkov, and it bounces over to the corner. Trickles over to Monahan. He sets up shot. Back to the top. Matejchuk tees it up. Uses the wall. Around to Monahan. Monahan in front. And score! Marchenko!
Kochetkov. He studies the offensive zone. See that release? It's almost like a quick sweep. Perfect shot. Top shelf.
A wild Sunday in the first meeting between these two clubs back on February 2nd. Shot in off. Onger rebound. Score!
Here's Fantilli. Got a goal in the second period that started the party. Drives the net. Stop. Rebound. Marchenko is there.
That are playing here in Columbus, and with the game at Ohio Stadium makes for an interesting subplot. Fantilli across and a shot. Score!
Again, the Stars trying to get clean out of their own zone. They can't. They almost need a bib in behind their own blue line and then just change the point of attack. Stars not
did for Jarvis. Get there all the way, and Martinick with a hit, but it'll be Fantilli into the Kane zone, pass and across the score.
Cross check, but it's a battle in front, and then you see the sauce from Fantilli. 3 last.
It's gone in the second period. Long stretch without a whistle as Fantilli sends it down low. Marchenko puts it in. And Columbus has scored.
Piece to this Blues team. You know, that WTF line centered by Radek has been very solid.
In front, wide open. Fantilli makes it 1-0 Columbus.
Voronkov working down low. Marchenko, we talked about them in the open. And then Fantilli just gets behind the defenseman here. All alone with Jordan Binnington, and then uses that long reach to get around the goaltender. Not much.
That was a long tournament, some intense play. Doesn't look like it though. Well, I'd hate to see him if he's fresh. Here's Voronkov trying to get in front. Foligno doesn't let him. That pass finds its mark, and they score.
Pocket was picked. Fantilli to Marchenko. Bursts in down the wing. He's got a chance. Pass over Werenski. He scores! Zach Werenski!
Turnover at the blue line, and then it's a quick decision to Marchenko. And you can see as the Flyers are coming out of the zone, the Blue Jackets are going right back in. And Zach Werenski opens up. He says, yeah.
They're still right in it.
Oh, Marchenko, a rocket on goal and a save made by Tokarski. There's a really good chance on the rush for the Jackets here in the second period, provided by Marchenko. Then Voronkov, he scores! Dmitry Voronkov!
To put himself in a position, and how about Voronkov? Nice little push-off, doesn't stay in.
He's a right-handed shot defenseman, plays physical.
Marchenko a drive, stop. Voronkov just missing on the follow-up chance.
He was nervous for practice yesterday. How good Branson was. He said, I haven't done it in so long where I can get contact and be in traffic. And, you know, he was out there trying to have an excellent practice.
Here's Marchenko. Fantilli there. He scores. Hat trick.
He's been involved defensively all night long, all over the place, getting in battles. And here he makes a beautiful little pass to Fantilli, who's in there
by Fantilli. On a hit is Marchenko. Holding the line, Severson. Taps it over to Adam Fantilli. Right to the middle. Marchenko. Severson there. Oh.
Well, Severson with the play at the line. Then he gets open on the backside. He's got the open net, but
And Johnson, he keeps it moving. Werenski, Marchenko, right in front. Voronkov is there. He scores it.
Clear. Monahan tracks it down across. Marchenko shot tapped in by Voronkov.
And Marchenko and Voronkov from Monahan. I mean, those three are doing damage right now.
Blue line for Werenski. Fired over. Marchenko, one to the back door. Try, score. Voronkov. Angled it in behind the goal. Was intercepted by Hamilton, but he coughed it up to Marchenko. Had Monahan go to the front. He's there. He scores. Sean Monahan. On the wall. Chinikov. Nice play to reel it in. Werenski across from Marchenko. Marchenko. See that low score. There is that power.
Setting the target. Look at that seam pass. Beautiful. Redirection after Skinner had made a great save. That's the second shot the Blue Jackets have had. There's the tip. 1-0 Blue Jackets.
Levi off the boards to Dahlin. He's shadowed by Marchenko. Dahlin gets in some trouble here. He hits the deck, and that allows Marchenko to take over. Marchenko to the front. Severson, he scores!
Seconds to go in the penalty. Miles Wood serving. Voronkov gave it back into the bump. Turnaround shot. Sears.
Played for Vancouver, Chicago, Nashville, Pittsburgh, and Washington.
with these guys. Plus, they have Jordan Stahl, and is one of the best. That's where Jack Drury has learned a lot of his skills.
Oh, great stop by
Desharnais out there after Myers had had a penalty killing shift, and Desharnais winds up with the second assist on the Besser goal. Here's Fantilli across and off.
Jackets. Fan on a shoot in Marchenko, but he got it right back. Moves in to Voronkov, and on goal. Save is made
by Labushkin. He'll nudge it. Got caught right at center. Defensive-minded defenseman almost able to poke it to daylight. Marchenko for Johnson. Now Marchenko fed it back, and Andre made the save. Rebound. He got a.
Detroit won the faceoff. Dylan Larkin won it. These two teams are just joining us. There's Lakins. Now Adam Fantilli sends it down low. And Marchenko.
Front. Fantilli shot a save by Shesterkin.
Kept in. 2 power play chances per team, it seems like in most games. Yep. 1 or 2 power play chances per team, it seems like in most games. And here comes O'Shea.
Jackets with the face-off in the offensive zone. Setting up Marchenko right through the back door, and now...
Teammates on those last 2.
Off the face-off, Marchenko behind his back for Christensen. Down low, group out. Stopped by Merzlikins. Off the wall, Marchenko, and he will carry it forward. Marchenko on side with Voronkov. Swivels one over. Fabro with a rocket.
And then Matejchuk will turn and spin it in deep. Marchenko got it to the net front quickly. Now Fantilli, and behind
hasn't played in a while. He's played a really good game here, but you know, you can get to those opportunities. And
Columbus with full possession. Here's Marchenko. He got the first goal of the game on the power play for Columbus. Pulls up, now looks for a trailer, feeds it back. Provorov sends it over. And
Puck is down. Jackets with the face of your receivers, and they're robbed by Kill coming in tonight. So good, record-setting in the playoffs, and they're run to Game 7. Lost it down the middle. Here's a chance, and the State making the lineup for Columbus. Erica Branson is injured and on IR after that awkward collision in the second period. Kent Johnson from Jake Christensen. Christensen's 8th career point. And the Avs can't get it out. Chinikov right going to the middle. Columbus with Monahan to the middle. That was intercepted. Poke check, 2-on-1. Jackets, Monahan, here he is. Save made, rebound. Kachukov with another. Up to Fabro, pounded ahead. Fantilli's out of the box. It's a 2-on-1. Leading the Chargers, Marchenko. Fantilli, he scores.
Fantilli, watch him get his feet going. Boom, 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 boom. He's moving. Now he's going the same speed as Marchenko. And how about that pass?
Way in.
What a save.
Marchenko drops it back. Fantilli high.
Back into the big leagues, number 95, 4-on-4. Matthews and Marner, but it's stolen here by Marchenko, and it's in front. And
been around in recent years, and he's happened to wind up in the places where teams are playing outdoors. Here's the takeaway and a great chance.
Marchenko, 11 goals to lead the team. Voronkov, Marchenko, Lawrence, Devils team. Jody, it seems like year after year they are near the top, if not #1 in goals off the run.
And remember the start of the year, they talked about him having to come back and him tighten up his...
Oh, they score. Columbus gets one right back.
On this play out front. Stick, skate, right to the back door, right up.
61% of the draws in the first. Monahan won 4-5. Werenski, Marchenko. Poke to the middle. Here's Werenski from Provorov. Fantilli dodging a check. Got it to Marchenko. And here come the Jackets on the entry. Kirill Marchenko. In front, score!
Fantilli just 20 years old. Marchenko, rebound, score! Sean.
Passes off to Zach Werenski. Down low, back out in front, they score! Dimitri Voronkov leaves the pass open to Voronkov. Marchenko puts it right in. Ellie skids to a stop. Pass is going to be behind Perbix. Lightning were changing. It's a 3-on-1 for Columbus. Marchenko to Fantilli. Here he is. He scores! On the boards, racing over. Perbix couldn't clear. He was hampered from behind. Marchenko to Werenski. Marchenko to play. Perbix, and then Sillinger scores!
McDonough's in the box, a key penalty killer. But as Sillinger's going to get in a spot, Veronkov's going to find him, and he Lakov.
Here comes Marchenko, looking to slip his way through. Poke check, though, lost possession, pops back to him. Marchenko spins it over. Monahan.
And if you don't get it on these Winnipeg Jets, you're gonna find yourself. Iverson had a spot pick just a little bit outside of it.
Monahan comes up with it, shovels it down. Marchenko, Monahan, here he is, and that's stopped with the net empty. Chinikov, 2 Jackets up ice. Kirill Marchenko unselfishly passes over to Sean Monahan for the put-away in Denver. By Werenski. They storm out the center. Net is open. Marchenko buries it.
And boy, what a start, and what a great job by guys like Werenski stepping up in the leadership role.
And Marchenko.
Off the draw, though, was Comfort. Loose puck. Marchenko goes after it with the empty net, and he gets the goal. Kirill Marchenko.
Tries the lead pass. Marchenko is going to burst in. Trying to shake past 2, and he almost did, so then it's fired off the poke check. Lundell is going to follow up. His pass picked off by Kent Johnson. Lead pass Marchenko. Into the attacking zone. Beautiful move. Can he get the shot off? It's loose. Bobrovsky allows Monahan to barge out the center ice. He connects with Marchenko. Toe drag. Monahan. Beautiful move to the net. Knight with the save. The Golden Knights leading in that category. Shots on goal. Been pretty close. Slight edge for Vegas. Marchenko dances into the circle. Backhander. That is the crossbar. Up high. Severson a blast. Fantilli with the feed for Voronkov. Back to Adam Fantilli into Flyers ice. Marchenko, nice maneuver. He fires, missed upstairs.
Effective, he keeps it simple, and he really is a good example of how the Blue Jackets want to play.
Now comes Kirill Marchenko. Big handles, one-on-one against, good battle. Donna, he fights his way through, slipped it right on goal, and that was stopped by Johansson. All work on him.
Free tattoos.
Marchenko kicking it free, and denied by Chari. Big scramble for it, they whack away, puck goes in behind. And now Severson shoots and scores.
Here's the net, and the Blue Jackets now through the neutral zone. Marchenko with a great individual effort, but he doesn't stop. Puck goes back to the net, goes to the net. Again, get that puck to the net, and this one doesn't go to the net.
So it's clean past Talbot.
Fantilli just 20 years old.
In this first period, let's see if they can get their attack going, because I feel like the turnover for
Werenski was finished off by Clifton. Nice hold by Monahan.
Great read by Monahan to be there.
Marchenko down the middle. Jenner topping at it, score!
Monahan couldn't get it in. Stopped by Carlson. Now it's in. Marchenko passes it off for Provorov. And it bounced up behind.
I think I threw my arm up a little bit, kind of just protect myself. And
Marchenko.
There it is.
He scores.
His teammates, the guys coming out of the penalty box, he can beaver tap that stick. Here comes
Opponent. Out in front, that puck went to the crease. Quick shot and a save by Blackwood. Penalty coming up on the Avalanche.
Trophy. Along with Quinn Hughes, Cale McCarr, Josh Morrissey. Those are the names that come up most.
For the Blue Jackets. Marchenko played it ahead for Chinikov.
That's centered all the way through. They battled hard on the board, Sam, in this.
Penalty upcoming on the Rangers.
Ovechkin's 42 goals, tied for 4th in the NHL. Nice move by Marchenko.
Kirill tips it forward. Fantilli couldn't get a stick to it. Justin Falk is going to shovel it around the wall. Brandon Saad couldn't touch it through Provorov. And here come the Jackets down the middle with Marchenko. Marchenko backpedals, looks, triple team, gets away from 3 Blues, makes the pass to Voronkov to the net. The save is made.
To beat Trent Frederick. Marchenko, back of the net, Corrali, far side. Marchenko around one check, right at the cage.
Make it as an NHL player, so I probably saw more games of most of these guys just an amateur other than in the pro hockey.
Son, I want to ask you about leadership, and you've done a great job in leading this franchise. Marchenko gets shut down by Gustafsson, leading this franchise over the last few months. What, in your opinion, makes for a great leader?
Well, you can't. They're kind of jumping on the Islanders here. Look for them to kind of start to go north-south a little more. They'll have an easier time with the squad right now.
Pass out for Fabro, snaps one through, blocker saves Rogan.
Catch up to the St. Louis Blues, who all of a sudden are the hottest team in the league.
Yeah, but I don't think the Blue Jackets are close to their game right now. You know, I think that there's way more tightness and urgency on pucks. When they're at their best, it's 5 guys around the puck.
Push the net by Monahan, then a follow-up denied. Softly around the wall. Gustafsson being double-teamed. Jackets emerge with Marchenko. Nice toe drag, and he curls.
Big fans. Ken said it's a bit of a letdown from that.
Here's a loose puck there for Marchenko. He got into traffic, drops out to Werenski.
Fans looking for a penalty call. Jackets pour right back in. Marchenko, nice fake, drop pass. Werenski, Adam Fantilli denied by Johansson. Loosen up and in and go off on a chain.
You know, we see more offensive zone time for the Kraken now, but these two teams are not strong in defending against offensive zone time, so it's up for grabs.
Marchenko starts his way in. Good pass across Severson. Slapper fought off rebound. Marchenko! He scores! Kirill Marchenko!
Behind that layer of defense. Keep an eye on Marchenko right there. He kicks it out. Now he's going to get inside. He actually adjusts his elbow pad on the way in. It looks.
Hands it off. Marchenko moving in. Marchenko in on goal. Scores!
Fiala back. The forward trying to play D. And as he does, Marchenko recognizes it and goes right to the net fearlessly. What a play here, right around the stick, and now he cuts in. And as he cuts in, it's around that stick of the goaltender. And boy, what a moment. Here it is, the play around the stick, and look at Kemper reaching out. No!
Marchenko.
He ended the shootout in Pittsburgh. 3 for 5 in his career. For victory, Marchenko scores! Marchenko!
What a night here for this team.
The soft touch of Kirill Marchenko.